So you want to learn German? Well, do you like being drunk? Do you like to have a sore throat? Do you like useless fucking politicians? Do you like long words? Do you like dialects that could be separate languages?
Ja, mir kannst du einen auszuzelten Haring bringen.
And do you like bedtime stories for children that usually result in the protagonist starving, burning to death, or getting his thumbs cut off? If you answered yes to any of those questions, or you're a masochist, then German is the language for you. My native language, haunting me and my English pronunciation for the rest of my life and giving everyone else an easier time making Nazi jokes.
Kids, it's time to burn some books!
In case you didn't know, I'm also a teacher for German as a foreign language, and over the past few years I've collected a shitload of things and quirks of this stupid language that regularly make my students want to quit and wish for the apocalypse to come earlier. Thus, in this video I want to share their pain and struggles and why German is such a nightmare to learn. The pronunciation. The first thing that comes to most people's minds when they think about German pronunciation is usually something like... Yeah. By international standards, German is truly not the most pretty sounding language, and the only language sounding worse than German is of course French. Anyway, the reason why German sounds like is because of consonant clusters, and a lot of them. You can find them in words like Eichhörnchen, Verpflichtung, or selbstverständlich. The rule is, if there's a letter, you pronounce it. Lpstf. Another great thing we do to the joy of all foreigners trying to learn German is to not separate our compound nouns. So, Gesellschaftswissenschaften, Streichholzschächtelchen, and Auslandskrankenversicherungsbestätigung are perfectly fine. And in contrast to the popular German meme of Rindfleischetikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz, the words above are actually used.
Hinter der Theke der Rhabarber, Barbara, Barber, Barenbad, Barbier, Bierbar hieß Bärbel.
But ironically, that's not the most difficult part of pronunciation in German. Yes, it's a challenge to pronounce words like Rachen, Regen, gerochen, brauchen, and rühren, but that's usually not what drives people nuts. Now for English natives, this isn't as big of a surprise, but vowel quality, as it does in all Germanic languages, really matters. It's the only way to differentiate a sheep from a ship, a sheet from shit, and a beach from a bit. Anyway, you get the point, but in German this whole concept is taken to another level. Look at these words. Höhle, Hölle, Hülle, meaning cave, hell, and cover or case. Bieten, bitten, beten, betten, meaning to offer, to ask for, to pray, and to make a bed for, or to embed. Or stehlen, stellen, stählen, stillen. To steal, to put upright, to toughen, and to breastfeed. So yeah, good luck if your native language has a 3 or 5 vowel system, like... Arabic, Hebrew, Spanish, Greek, Japanese, Czech, Croatian, Macedonian, Swahili, Zulu, Tagalog, and the list goes on. The grammar. German grammar. Yeah, we do some things no one else does. For example, here's a standard sentence in German meaning he works out with his friend in the gym every day. Er trainiert jeden Tag mit seinem Freund im Fitnessstudio. A bit different from English, but not too bad. Now if we want to make a sentence using 2 verbs, as in he wants to work out with his friend in the gym every day, what do you think? Where should we put the second verb? Yeah, at the end. What the hell, German? Why? And this is only for main clauses. If you start the sentence with I think that, like, I think that he wants to work out with his friend in the gym every day, we go full Japanese and place the first verb after the second verb, so the sentence goes Ich weiß, dass jeden Tag mit seinem Freund im Fitnessstudio trainieren will. What?
Stop it. Get some help.
And if you thought that's the only thing we separate, oh boy, you haven't seen anything. In English, there are these things called phrasal verbs. Stuff like go out, go in, go down, where you have a main verb and a little preposition that goes with it. We also do that in German, just not with prepositions, but with prefixes. Now let's take the word to pick somebody up, abholen, and imagine in English you'd say I pick you tomorrow by car at the airport up. Now if you were a child, your English-speaking parents would have a laugh and correct your grammar, but if you were German, well damn, that's how it fucking works. You would say it and your parents would pat your head in admiration of your good grammar. Ich hole dich morgen mit dem Auto vom Flughafen ab. The problem with German is that once you've learned a rule, you get instantly bombarded by a bunch of exceptions. Yes, our prefixes behave like that, but not all of them. We have 8 that are never separated, and we have a few prefixes that change the meaning of the word depending on if they can be separated or not. Take the word umfahren with a separable prefix and the stress on which means to drive over or to knock something down with a vehicle. If I say fährt alle Pylonen that means he knocks over all the traffic cones. But the word umfahren with an inseparable prefix and the stress on fahr means to drive around. So the sentence umfährt alle Pylonen is the complete opposite of the first one. Anyways, another thing most people hate are the articles that do not only convey number and definiteness like in English, but also the gender and the case of a word. Here's a clip from one of my Grammar Explained videos. German has definite and indefinite articles. It distinguishes between singular and plural. In the singular, the gender of a word is conveyed, male, female, or neuter. And articles are affected by cases. In German, 4 of them. The great thing, especially about gender, is that there's usually no freaking indication whether it is male, female, or neuter, particularly with the most commonly used words. But let me assure you that we only use gender logically and comprehensively. And that is why feminism is male, manliness is female, and girl is neuter. Well, let me make it clear forever and for all eternity. Grammatical gender does not equal biological gender. Like, burn it into your head, burn it. The counting system. Our counting system is absolutely stupid. Again, not as bad as the French one, you'll need 4 times 20 10 years to learn that. But still pretty bad. We count to 20 as you would in English, but then something happens in our brains and we start reversing the numbers. It's not 20 und 1, but 21. It's not 90 und 5, but 95. But well, at least we have a word for 90.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
So, when you want to read this number, you have to read it like this. 256.589. So yeah, have fun with the numbers. Yeah! Don't learn German. Wow, I'm really good at marketing myself. Hashtag German teacher. I mean, yeah, learn German and improve your Hitler impersonation. Yeah, no, I wanted to say learn German and communicate with the locals. Fuck, everyone will speak English with you anyway. Learn German, a language where as soon as you've learned the standard language, natives will shatter your dreams with their dialect. And where the sentence Ich weiß das auch nicht may become Ich weiß das auch nicht or I weiß das auch nicht. Learn German and see the wonders of Germany with your own eyes, like the many overfilled refugee camps as a result of our failed politics, or the beautiful architecture of Eastern Germany. Anyway, to all my motivated German students who already know a little bit of German, I wanna say, machet jod, aber nicht so oft.